What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4, episode 10, Showdown at the Hoedown. Okay, so we get started and we see Giselle and Robin meeting up at this furnishing place. Trying to look at some kitchenware, furniture and all that stuff, whatever, because Giselle's about to start remodeling this house. She put down an offer. Her offer was accepted. It was a little bit over 900,000. She got a bargain for it because they were asking for 1.2 million. That's cool. So she said, the big house, I think it was like 38,000 square feet or whatever, plus the acres that's outside and all that stuff. I don't know how that shit go, but it's a lot because Robin was like, oh my God, that's a lot. And then, they're going to add some more upper level to the house or whatever. So she's going to take it section by section. She got her contractor. She made sure to say that she got her a good contractor that gave her 6 months, and we trying to get that shit done in 4. I said, you know what? And Robin talked about something, I went and got this small house, and I said, Robin, don't even compare. Don't even compare your shit because 9 out of 10, Giselle shit's gonna be done before your shit be done. You gonna still be working on that small ass house, okay? Over the budget and everything, But anyway, Robin wanted to talk to her about, first of all, Katie is having a Hoedown. Everybody's supposed to be there. They trying to see what's going on with that, because Ashley probably is gonna be there. And, speaking of Ashley, Robin wanted to confront Giselle about this whole thing, because she was like, when you said that you was going to give an apology, I'm thinking you really finna give a real ass apology or whatever to this girl. But, you basically said, this is what I saw. It is what it is. And Robin is like, because this is what I saw. This is what I heard. It is what it is. You can't tell me or force me to give you an apology for something that I don't feel like you need an apology for. And I agree 100% with Robin in that moment. And Robin, for once, tried to stand up a little bit to Giselle and be like, I don't understand why it is that she is getting upset with me when I'm not the one who presented the information to her. Okay? No, what you trying to say? I did it. No, we're not going to put this in there. I already got people mad at me for this, people mad at me for that. Because you did it, Giselle. And then eventually she admit, okay, yeah, I'm the one that brought it up. I mean, I wasn't there, but, this is what we supposed to talk to our friend about or whatever. Okay, like Robin said, don't you feel like we should have did this at a different time, in a different place, pulled it to the side, not did it in front of everybody, and like you said, you were not there, so why was it you that had to bring the subject up? Giselle, you're being messy, okay? And Robin called your ass out on it, and that's just basically what it is, okay? Now they got to see what's going to happen at this little Hoedown shit. Candace, girl, I'm going to need you to get your shit together, okay? I'm going to need you to talk about... Now see, look, I look at the other Real Housewives, okay? And one of my the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they're about to go into their season their reunion show, okay, next week. Well, this week I should say. On is it Wednesday they come on? Wednesday or Tuesday. Either way, ask to be watching all of them. Never miss the episode, okay? And Orange County is about to come back. But listen. On Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the arguments that they get out, they rich people arguments, okay? And what I mean about rich people arguments mean to me in my head from what I see, shit that don't mean goddamn thing. Petty stuff, small stuff, shit that you be sitting there looking like, oh my God, is this really what they're arguing about? Like this whole season between Dorit and Lisa Vanderpump and Teddy, it was about a fucking dog. A goddamn dog, okay? Bitch, I'm sitting here like, are we serious? Y'all making this big hoopla over a fucking dog, okay? That is what it reminded me of when I seen this whole scene with Chris and Candace. Chris is sitting in his restaurant. Candace popped up on him. They supposed to have date night the next night. And she was like, oh my God, I just want to see you all the time. Don't you want to see me? He was like, no. Okay, I can give you 18 hours, but bitch, we need some space. Okay, that's what we need, And so, she gets in there talking about what happened with the therapy session and how her mom keeps talking over her mom keeps doing this, her mom keeps doing that, and then Chris gives her the example like the same way that you do me when we get into an argument and all this stuff. You want it your way, you shut down, this your way of ignoring it and all this stuff. No, you don't have to do that, okay? That's not the same. It's not the same. Chris was trying to talk and she interrupted him, okay? And he said, you just interrupted me when I was trying to speak. No, I did not. I let you finish your thought. Bravo, little shady asses went back and replayed the goddamn conversation, that moment where she interrupted him, okay? And I'm just like, please don't blow this up, because they said it was supposed to be a big argument between her and Chris. And I said, please don't let this be the big so-called argument. This girl got so in her feelings because Chris just said, you do the same thing that your mother do to me, to me at times, and I know how it is. And he is just trying to give suggestions. He was calm, even cute, and everything. She blew it up. She's about to start crying. She goes outside. No, because I told you not to talk about that, and you kept on using that as an example. And I don't want, Chris, get away from my car. Get away from my car. You don't know, okay? That's not, when I say I want to do something, that's what I want to do, and it needs to be the way that I do. That's what it is, okay? I'm supposed to be right. That's what it's supposed to be. That's when I say I'm right, that's because I'm right, okay? In that situation. This is totally different. I said, baby, you're doing the same thing that your mother does to you, okay? That's what he's saying, and you're literally showing it. You're proving it. Get away from my car, Chris. Just leave, okay? Listen, I'll move your ass myself. I said, what? And he was like, see, you cry and you break down like this, and this is when you shut down or whatever. Listen, I don't have time for this. Like, move, leave. He was like, fuck it, okay? He was like, I'm your husband. Okay, Ed? I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me, seriously, Candace, get your shit together? Because I'm just sitting here like, is this what married life is? My married couple, do y'all really be arguing over little stupid shit like this? Little stupid shit. Oh my goodness. So we get this cute scene. Let me tell you something. Karen has been giving us some cute little scene with Uncle Ray. Like, I was about to call him what Rox be calling him, but I called him Uncle Ray. Bitch, she had to make it known that, you know, when she was younger, she grew up in the country. She used to drive dirt bikes and all that stuff. Show the old little cute throwback picture of her on the dirt bike with her little brother or whoever it was. But, they was going to ride the motorcycles and stuff like that. When he was like, you know, I can ride behind you. And when Ray was trying to get on that goddamn bike, and how slowly he inched his leg up, I don't know if he was playing or if he was serious. Because a part of me is playing, thinking that he was dead ass serious. He could not get his leg up, bitch. He was like, ugh. She was like, what are you making all those noises? Sometimes making those noises are fun. I said, sir, cut that down. She made sure to let us know when she got with Ray, she was 30 years old and he was 50. Now she's 50 and he's 70 years old, but we still gonna have some fun and stuff. I said, you know what? You know, Karen had a good time, so I really didn't have no problem with that scene. It was really cute to break up the monotony of the bullshit that's about to unfold before us, okay? And so we get to this whole thing with Ashley and meeting up with Monique, and I was like, so y'all really trying to work on y'all relationship? That's cute or whatever, you know. I'm not the type of bitch that really gives second chances like that. If you watch my walking and talking, I put a little bit too much is that better? Okay, I tried to do that with somebody. Somebody came back into my life, whatever, and it just didn't work out. And you know, that just reaffirmed to me why I don't give certain people second chances. But you know, if y'all want to do this for the sake of the TV show, y'all can do this for the sake of the TV show. It just wouldn't be me, okay? After you done came at me the way that you came at me, you can apologize, and we can be like, when I see you, whatever. But other than that, we ain't finna go shopping. You ain't coming to my house. I don't care if it's just the backyard. Girl, you ain't finna do none of that. But, you know, they cool. They cordial. You know, they shopping for baby clothes. Monique don't know the gender of her baby yet. She letting Ashley touch her butt, her stomach and all that stuff. I said, oh, so y'all really good because you letting her touch you like that and feeling the baby. Okay, you know, if that's maturity, growth, not me. Okay? But, she was like, you know, she's going to get something that's blue, something that's pink, bring them both to the hospital. So when they give birth, you know, whichever one it is, that's what they're going to do. And, you know, they go into talking about how she felt, you know, she was at the Pride thing and, you know, she's so exhilarated from that and how that went down. And, you know, she did have her people there because Monique said, I'm so mad I couldn't make it. She was like, girl, you pregnant and stuff like that. So, of course not. You know, leave it alone. I had my people there. Yeah, you have Robin and Giselle. Is Robin still your people? She was like, nah, I mean, I don't know because I just didn't like the way that she brought this whole thing up. And she keep on trying to say that, you know, Giselle is the one that started. Giselle is the one that started. Well, we know that Giselle is a messy instigator. We know that. I said, so that gives her a pass. It was like, but you should have just not, you see what was going on with Candace and then you just added on to it by bringing it up. And when she said it that way, I was like, Okay, I can see why you a little bit ticked, but still, I wouldn't be so pissed off at Robin, okay? Because in that moment, who's really thinking, should I bring it up, after they just been put on the spot, okay? And it's a whole bunch of stuff that was heated, and at this moment, Robin probably was thinking, well, damn, bitch, you done put me on the motherfucking spot. We might as well just get all this shit out the way now since we talking about it. That's probably what it was, okay? I'm still not that mad at Robin. Your husband still did and said what he said. And it is what it is at this point, and Monique was like, she was just really baffled by everything that was going on. She never felt so uncomfortable in somebody else's house. She wasn't here for the way that Candace acted. It's like she got a whole bunch of stuff that was going on with her, and it felt as if she was already hell bent on starting some shit when she got there. And that's true. I feel that same way too, because she was already talking about it with Giselle and Robin when they got there, so she knew exactly what was gonna go down. And that's what really pissed her off when Chris and her had that little argument, because he said he was like, that's probably why you got upset with Ashley and did the same thing that you did with her. I was like, oops, okay. So, she got a little heated and then her feelings over that shit still was doing the most. And so at this point, she was like, she don't want it to be that her and Candace have a fallout, because, she's cool with Candace and all that stuff, because she's still feeling the way about the Amistad comment, that she tried to make it seem as if she was making that girl a slave and all that stuff. But, she was like, and then she went and got a knife, girl. And Monique was like, a butter knife, okay? A butter knife. But everybody keep on saying a butter knife. You can hurt somebody with a butter knife, okay? If you press down hard enough, depending on how angry you are, you can cut somebody with a fucking butter knife, okay? Especially if that shit is a new knife, and depending on the quality, you can cut somebody with a goddamn butter knife. And then she was like, one of them was like, she ain't getting no fork, she ain't getting no spoon. I said, you want her to get a fork so she can really just go like that to you, girl? So she could just jam that shit up in you? That's easier. I'd rather take the butter knife, okay? She ain't got to apply that much pressure with the fork. But, yeah, she was like, that was her intent and all that stuff. And so they just trying to figure out what's going to happen with that whole thing and how they going to figure that out. And then they put up against the screen 2 days, 2 days later, Robin into their home. She gives a text from Giselle. She opens up the message and it's a picture of freaking Michael Darby, okay? Then they go, and we see all the girls just coming out like, oh my God, did you see this? It's everywhere. And it's the whole thing, the Wendy Williams clip about, on her Hot Topics, talking about the whole thing, what happened with Michael and his groping incident and being charged with it and all that stuff. And I just said, oh, here we go. So, as the show comes back on, we see everybody getting, Karen getting ready for the camera. They fixing her makeup and touching up and whatever. Robin is at her house, and they replay the scene, what they played before the commercial break, with Robin getting the 3 messages from Giselle. And then you see Candace and her friend going to get some, pedicures and manicures or whatever. And then once they finish with Karen, she gets the message come through, and she was like, oh my God. She was like, what? I would have been the makeup, the hairstylist who was behind her, who literally stopped to look at her phone. Bitch, you said, oh my God, let me look at the tea too. Oh, okay. And so Candace calling Monique. They on FaceTime talking about the whole situation. Mind you, Monique said that was ridiculous, the whole rumor and all that stuff. I think that's what she was referring to when she was talking to Ashley about them bringing that up, saying it's ridiculous, like it never happened. But then this happens, okay? And so she was like, it's not my husband, but I'm just going to give her sisterly love and all that stuff, or, stuff like that. And Candace like, that's really big of you to give her sisterly love or whatever. Very Christian of you for somebody that, tore you up and talked shit about you last year and all that stuff. I said, Candace, bitch, I agree with you on this one. Because goddamn it, bitch, it wouldn't have been me. I would have just minded my business, okay? Would have just minded my business. That ain't got shit to do with me, and it don't pay me. Let me shut the fuck up, okay? But, everybody talking about it. And then Monique releases this information and said, okay, so this happened at the Rainbow Party, where he so-called grabbed this cameraman's butt. And so we have, comparing to what everybody else gossiping about it, and checking up on everybody except for Ashley, okay? We see Ashley and Katie at the store trying to get some props and stuff for the Hoedown that Katie's about to have. And she's all jovial and whatever. I said, baby, do you not know what's going on? Are you trying to front? Mama was trying to front. Okay, she knew what happened because Giselle had called her up and was trying to say, it's all over the stuff. She was like, what are you talking about? What news? What this? TMZ? Oh my God. And then said, I already know about it. It was preliminary hearing. The judge tossed it out or whatever. And so, because they were saying he can get 11 years just for groping the ass, I said it's sexual assault, but it is what it is. It may seem small, but that's how it is out there these days. Me too, time's up, and they're not playing these days, okay? And it's different at each state. It's different each state, each city. So at this point, she like we had a preliminary hearing. The judge dusted out. It's old. Throw it out. It's old or whatever. That's not even new. And then she had the nerve to say that it just seems so coincidental that this whole thing with Robin coming out, Robin and Candace situation coming out, and then this coming out again, like it's all back to back. It's so coincidental. I said, what's coincidental about it? You trying to say they in cahoots or whatever? And it was like, this the cameraman. They said no, the cameraman was not the cameraman that was at the event that Robin and Chris and Candace heard him say he wanted to suck somebody's dick. Okay, this cameraman, I don't know if he was at that event, but this happened at the Rainbow Party, according to Monique. Okay, not the same event that you talking about that Robin and them talking about. Okay, so no, it's not coincidental. All right, if it's coincidental, you need to check your man. Okay, that's what you need to do. After you just got through telling Katie that y'all just had sex and all this stuff after Pride, and his libido is so much more bigger than yours and all that stuff, and then you want to talk about this and say, girl, your man got problems, okay? You check your household before you start. You see, this is the thing. This was the whole thing that I couldn't stand about Katie last season, and each and every other season that she's been on, and especially last season, because she will throw stones at everybody, throw stones, hide her hand, throw stones, but you're living in a glass house. Your relationship is not perfect. You are living with bullshit under your roof, and you are up here attacking everybody else's relationship, and you're the main one getting stuff poured out about yours, okay? It always happens like that. Katie, fix your home first before you try to attack other people. That's what I just need to say. Like, come on. Y'all. Oof. So Candace goes over to Monique's house. Monique was at the house trying to put together a bassinet, as she told Candace. It was really nice to see that the kids was like, oh my God, Miss Candy's coming. That was cute. I want my friends' kids to greet me like that too. I don't want no kids like right about now, but I love the kids, but I just don't need them right now. And when y'all see me, bitch, you better oh my God, Miss Ashley, you got it. Yeah, I love that shit. But anyway, and I didn't call the kids bitches, okay? So don't get in your feelings right there, all right? But Candace comes over and they having a conversation. She was just telling her how she went to the doctor, and basically the doctor said that the baby is looking like it's going to be a Thanksgiving baby, so meaning that the baby could come early. They need to go ahead and start preparing about getting stuff together. She already got some old stuff from the last baby, so all she needs to do is put the bassinet together, and that's what they doing. And then Candace made us know made known to us that, she looks at Monique as if she's like a sister, and when she's over at her home, she feels like she's at home, and so at this point, you already set the groundwork and put it out there that you guys have this close relationship. And, Monique, I guess, felt she was close enough so that she can tell you how she really felt. And what I felt Monique was telling her was some true shit. Okay? You made yourself look a little bit out of place and crazy in your own house because you let this girl get to you. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to let somebody get to me like that in my house. As soon as I feel like you finna start some stuff, get out. Okay? I'm not finna waste my breath, my time, my energy, and embarrass myself in front of my friends while the person that I'm going at looking cool as a cucumber. Okay? You're the one that's getting all upset or whatever. And she was like, you're exhibiting these behaviors and all this stuff, and it's not right. I mean, you letting this girl get under your skin just because she mentioned your mom, but she knew this and she knew that. And that's the same thing that I got into it with Chris for. Okay, but you can't get upset that somebody mentioned something that you always talking about. But that's my mom. Okay, and now put it out there that you don't want nobody saying nothing about your mother or mentioning your mother. Okay, put that out there. Girl, when Candace was in that confessional and she said she feels a little way about somebody that she considers a friend coming at her about her behavior when they have acted and exhibit quite hood behaviors themselves. I said, I had to rewind that shit and said, wait a minute, did she say what I said? I said, she put a hood. I said, oh, so you one of them bougie ass bitches, and the shit that you wasn't doing wasn't some hood ass shit? Bitch, you cussed that bitch out in your own home on some hood ass shit. Your voice changed, okay? That bitch dropped a few octaves, okay? And you up here talking about Monique being hood. She opened up an umbrella on the bitch, okay? You was about to fucking stab a bitch with a butter knife, okay? Now that's some hood shit. When you can penetrate some skin with a butter knife and not a steak knife, bitch, that's some hood shit. What are you talking about? All right. So I didn't appreciate that comment. And once again, you know, Candace, people don't like people telling them the truth. But we need friends in our lives, friends and family in our life that's going to tell us what it is, whether we receive it or not. Okay. And sometimes truth is a hard pill to swallow. All right. We may not want to hear it right then and there, but once we go home and marinate on it, we know deep down inside that that person was correct. And what Monique was saying, she wasn't trying to come at her in a negative way. She was just trying to be like sister to sister, girlfriend to girlfriend. You was doing the most. You were doing the most, okay? Chris telling you you're doing the most. You're letting this whole situation with your mom get to you to the point that it's coming out on everybody else around you, okay? And if you don't want it to happen, don't mention your mom. Don't mention the whole shit with Ashley. Leave it the fuck alone, okay? Then to get to the whole thing... Katie is at her ranch, you know, on the farm or whatever. It's really rustic out there. You know, I kind of like it too. Okay, all airy and everything. You know, open space. And you know, Robin was out there with her helping her set up. And then we have Monique and Karen in a car together driving down there. When y'all talk about Great Falls, this is further than Great Falls. What we at? And they in there talking about the whole situation and how, you know, he a nice cameraman. And see, I was trying to figure out what was going on and what happened. And that got to be something where you have to tell somebody, your superior, that a man that's old enough to be your grandfather is up here touching your butt. That's sexual harassment. That is, okay? And then you have the whole thing, awkwardness between Giselle and Ashley being in the car together. At first they wasn't talking, but then Giselle said, you know what, have you ever been out here to Katie's house? She was like, no, I never been out here. She's living in the sticks, okay? But, you know, she said, the whole thing with Robin, I want you to understand that, you know, she made it clear to me and made me understand and realize that it was my fault that the whole thing happened, and I apologize for that. She was like, it's cool. She was like, and then what makes me mad about Ashley in this situation is you giving, it's like she's giving Giselle a pass because we already know Giselle is messy. Just because we know somebody is messy don't mean that they get a pass. You give her a pass talking about something where we know Giselle instigates stuff and all this stuff, and you know Robin is always there to stir the spoon or whatever because you know that's what it is. But this time I'm not the one that's stirring the spoon. She stirs the spoon. Giselle brings up the mess. Ashley stirs the spoon, and Robin is there. That's what it is, okay? But this time it wasn't that way, you know. It was on her. It was information that was about her, okay? So that's why she felt, you know, oh, Robin, she could have said this. She didn't have to say that or whatever. Even though Giselle just sat there and said that Robin and me were supposed to bring you aside and tell you in private, but I put it out there first instead, okay? And she still feel as though Robin is the main person. I said, girl, if you don't get up out of here, and we just gonna see how this Hoedown go down. So everybody gets to the farm and we meet Katie's godmother and her mother. You know, Katie is just Katie be we saw her boyfriend too, the little young buck, okay, that don't pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I wanna be in his position. Girl, if you gullible enough to do some shit like that, what you want me to do? Okay. Girl. But yeah, so everybody's getting there and Katie gets there. And so you got Giselle, not Giselle, but you got Robin, Monique, Candace, them, all of them, whatever, they in the circle just talking about the whole thing of what's going on. And you know, they was like, yeah, Katie said her and Ashley was out when the news popped out, and she was just acting like everything was all good. And they was just trying to figure out how the move gonna be, but they see that Ashley is put on the front. You know, she comes in, she's extra jovial and all this stuff. And it was like, well, at least she laughing and smiling about it. And I said, at the same time, I get it that you concerned that she being fake or whatever because of the whole news, but who wants to come to somebody else's stuff and put a shadow and put their drama on them and damper the mood or whatever. I would have probably, if I would have showed up to be supportive to my friends, regardless of what's going on, if I decided to show up, I'm not going to mention what's happening, okay? Because I'm not trying to dampen the mood or whatever. That's not the time nor the place. This is about your event, you know? So it was good. I see that she came in, even though I know she fronting, that, you know, she wasn't trying to make it all about her and, you know, the situation and all that stuff. They was eating, they was playing tug of war, you know, doing all that shit. And then Robin and Katie had a conversation. Not Katie, but Ashley, they had a conversation. And, you know, Robin apologized for the way that things went down and all that stuff. Robin, I wouldn't apologize for shit, but, you know, you good. You just didn't want the tension in the air. So I understand that. Katie, Ashley accepted it or whatever, and they just moved on. And so, you know, in the car, Giselle was trying to say some stuff about the whole thing. And she was like, girl, I can't speak about it anyway. She was like, but you good, right? Yeah, I'm good, you know, because it wouldn't have been me. It wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't be this calm or whatever when my ex-husband did what he did. You know, it's one thing to do your shit, and then it's another thing to do it up in public and the national forefront and all that stuff and having it everywhere. And that is the thing. That's probably the most embarrassing part. Yeah, you do your shit, but then for it to get out to the world, girl, it's a mess, you know? So, Candace, when they were getting ready to eat, she sits there. Before she sits down, she goes ahead and she apologizes to the whole group and was like, you know, basically she didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable in her house, and she was apologizing for her ridiculous behavior and all that. And she said, Giselle was like, that was cute and all, but I think that apology needs to be talked over to this side of the table, talking about Ashley. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, so they gave us an extended episode because this review already long enough. But anyway, so, you know, Candace apologized and she was like, you know, I talk to Ashley whenever we want to talk. You know, I still want to be friends with you, but I heard that you don't want to fuck with me no more, so it is what it is. And she was like, I mean, I accept your apology or whatever, but it is what you just did the most. You did the most, okay? And Candace... Oh my God, Candace just don't understand. And then once again, here we have Giselle flipping the script, trying to, cause you know, what's her name? Karen had offered some, you know, we're here for you regardless of what you need or whatever, regardless of what's going on, we're good and all that stuff. And then here comes Giselle. But when you was at the party, you was high-fiving around Robin and all this stuff. Okay, and you thought that Karen was gonna deny that shit. She said, I'll do it. I did it, and what? Okay, and I said, Giselle, stop it. Okay, just shut the fuck up. When ain't nobody talking to you, just shut up. Then I don't even care about most of the stuff that they was talking about, but this whole thing with Candace not realizing that, you know, you want to be cool with somebody, but yet you're talking shit about them. And the only thing that I can't agree with Candace is that everybody at that table, everybody in that group has said shit about everybody. Okay, they have talked about it or whatever, and whether their opinion was asked or not. That is what I can agree about, you know, because that is the basis of these shows. We're going to talk, we're going to say what we got to say, because we're not going to mind our business. We're going to say what we got to say. That's basically what it's going to be, okay? But at the end of the day, what Monique, what Robin, what Giselle, what Karen, all of them are trying to say to you, Candace, is it does not matter how you feel about this girl's relationship and what you think should happen, okay? Just because she's drinking or whatever does not mean that she's not really trying to get pregnant, okay? Nobody said that you don't need to drink, all right? You know, like they keep on giving you example that most of them got drunk and then they got pregnant. That's what it is. That happens a lot of times. Now, if you don't want to drink in while you're trying to actively get pregnant, that's okay with you. That's how you go about that process. Nobody's going to judge you for that. But at the same time, you know, Ashley talking about she can't talk about this, can't talk about that. It's so funny that you can't talk about it, but yet you can talk about everybody else stuff and everybody else business or whatever. And, you know, that's what was called out about that too with her. They like, is it karma? Then, you know, Candace tried to call out Monique. You said this and you said that. You didn't even want her in your house. She was like, you damn right. I didn't want her in my house at a certain time. And she knows that. And the stuff that Candace is trying to call people out on, it's not like they cowering back from her. They like, you damn right. I did say that. And it's like, girl, you're talking in circles and you're not listening. You're acting just like your mother, further proving Chris' point, further proving Monique's point and everybody else, okay? You're going too hard on a subject. You're talking about something, they bring it up. Nobody is bringing this shit up but you, okay? Nobody cares about Ashley and Michael's relationship that much but you. Obviously, that's what it's showing because you're the one that has the issue with her. For what reason, we don't know, okay? Like, you're going major hard on her. And, The whole thing, girl, listen. At one point, Katie was like, I just, everybody, Monique went down the fucking line and said everybody was wrong that night, okay? Everybody was wrong. Robin was wrong for saying something to Giselle and bringing it up to everybody. She was wrong. True. Okay? Because she knew how that bitch was in that set. Okay? Giselle was wrong for bringing it up to the whole fucking group. True. True. Karen was wrong for, he hauling it with them or whatever. Okay, fine. I would have laughed and all that shit too. So then, bitch, I'm wrong, okay? Katie, Katie ain't do shit. Ashley, you was wrong for, bringing, no, she said Giselle was wrong for bringing that girl back into her house, okay? Ashley, you was wrong for coming back into the house, doing all this shit. Candace, you was wrong for trying to stab the bitch, okay? You was just wrong. And she was like, bitch, I was just there trying to get something to eat. And truth be told, I would have been like, Monique, put yourself into it too. But I had to look back in my focal, and you know what? Monique was just there trying to get something. Okay, I was about to say, how you gonna call everybody else and not yourself? Okay, but she was just trying to get something to eat. Her and Katie was just looking like they had shit to do with this stuff, okay? But, Karen was like, I sure did. And what? All right. And then, at the end of this whole argument, Candace got into her feelings. She don't want to talk to nobody. She don't want to do nothing that requires talking. Katie do a little toast to, fake bitches and grabbing butts. And she was like, you know what? I think Karen had laughed or something like that. And then Ashley got in her feelings with Karen talking about she basically fake or whatever. She the fake bitch. At the catacombs, you talking to me about this and you talking to me about that. And then you over here, agreeing with this and all this stuff. And it was like, girl, whatever. Okay, and what you talking about? I can laugh at this. I can agree with this. I can do this. I can say this. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. What you trying to get at? What are you trying to get at? And it was like, you the one that had always been up in everybody's business and doing all this stuff or whatever. But now all of a sudden, you can't talk about it. And it was like, I'm good over here. And then Ashley said the shit under her breath about, oh, you so good, but what about the IRS? And then that is when Karen turned around and said, oh, IRS my ass, clink, clink, you better help your husband not to fucking drop the soap. I said, bitch, that shit did it for me. I said, them two, girl, it was coming. So basically, they was like, damn, I'm surprised Karen went there. But Ashley had that shit coming. You can't throw glass stones. You can't live in a glass house and throw stones, okay? And that's basically what she's been doing this whole time. And, Candace, you just don't get it. Monique trying to talk to you. Karen trying to talk to her and say, I get where you're coming from. I can understand how you call us hypocritical because we all did this. And she's telling her about Candace. Candace telling her about Monique. I can't take this from Monique when she, the one that been in some shit the last year. Now, all of a sudden, it feel like that, you want to be on this side of the fence and you want to be upright or whatever. But here's the thing, Candace. Everybody has done something. Everybody has said something. Everybody has acted out of their character. They probably got a little bit heated, probably got a little bit emotional. But we can't hold that over people's heads all damn day, all the fucking years or whatever, because that's what's called maturing. That person learns from their mistakes and then they don't try to do it again and then they try to help others. That's what they're doing, okay? So you trying to call Monique out on her shit, she's owning it. She know what she did. Okay, you telling Robin she put an umbrella to your throat. Okay, Aaron, you put a fucking butter knife to that girl. Okay, so what? You threw that shit. Okay, and we supposed to hold that over her head this whole time? People fucking mature. Okay, people, once you be able to acknowledge the issues that you had and take accountability for your action, then you can begin to rectify that situation and become a better person. You're not doing that, and you're not hearing that. And I'm not here for Karen trying to say, oh, we don't need to isolate her. We don't need to do this and do that. No, we need to tell the bitch to take care of her own shit. That's what she needs to do. The same thing that we need to tell fucking Ashley to own your shit, bitch. And this is what you did to other people. You need to do the same thing because you're doing the same thing. You're the new Ashley of the group right about now. Okay, you're worried about shit that don't need to be worried about. Okay, you need to be worried about your home, worried about your mother, and the issues coming from your mother. The issues that you can't take it out on your mom because she too strong of a force. So you take it out on your husband. You take it out on your friends and all that shit. And that's basically what it's doing. You're fucking up your relationships. That's what it is because you don't want to listen. You're the same way that your mama is. Your mama don't want to listen to you. You don't want to listen to nobody else. That's what it is. And then you getting upset, talking about something. You're thinking that your friend's supposed to be this and You feel like they going on this side and they not understanding. No, you won't, like Monique said, you won't yes men. We're not trying to attack you. We're trying to help you out or whatever. Nobody was trying to fucking attack you, bitch. That's what it is, girl. We don't even fucking like Ashley, but you still going about this shit the fucking wrong way. Okay? Ignore that bitch. This bitch that you don't even fuck with shouldn't get you so fucking pressed, girl. That's what we trying to say to your ass. Let it the fuck go. Okay? Monique said, bitch, I will fucking drag your ass pregnant and all. Okay? And I was here for it. You know, she stepped out her emotions just because you put her there. Okay? She let you get her a little bit pressed because you called her hypocritical. But you know what she did? She came over there to you like a grown woman and apologized for it. So you gonna hold that over her head too because she said she'll drag your ass? She threatened your ass? You gonna hold that over her head, your head too? Even though girl, get the fuck up out of here. Then you want to go over there and cry to yourself. Girl, I hope you realize what you're doing, okay? And rectify the situation. Realize that they was not trying to come at your ass. You doing the fucking most. But anyway, that's the real, this episode did the fucking most. It's too long, this review long. I ain't never been this long on the review. Girl, Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Do you get the Candace situation? Who are you for? Candace, not with Candace, bitch, we don't care about Ashley, and all that shit. Tell me how you feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.